It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Space past the 35. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Throw left side, complete. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
70 Lions! Go!
First out of the game for James Cook. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They pick up 20 yards there, and that'll give them a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that quick.
And in for the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Grouping adds the extra point. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Seven Pirates!
They'll come out throwing. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Cup 19! Round throw 80!
2nd and 10 now. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. Before he was able to recover and provide the hit, and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Come on.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cox, there's that rookie out of Florida State. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
18 Rattler, 18 Cardinal, 18.
Third down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up Seattle with first down. They've got to like how they've been moving it early here. It's down to the opposing 45-yard line. To throw here on first down. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Back now for the second quarter, and the Seahawks, they've got to look towards the end zone.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Viking, 18.
Running back sent in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Warriors, 70. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. This throw is caught. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Seahawks with a big decision upcoming. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Buffalo 18. Tag. 60 Maverick. 60 Hawk 70. Hawk.
Back to throw, needing a first. Escapes the pocket. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Throwing now from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection. But both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
So many of these NFL facilities we travel around, and we see signage all over the place. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's about protecting it offensively, and it's about doing just that, taking it away defensively.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And now it's 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. He's got it near the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for him.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Jackson now to return it. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It is caught left side. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his man, Chase. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give him a 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Cut near the goal line. He has the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. They'll throw to begin this drive. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe 2 more snaps. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be second down. He's back to throw. Forced out to his right. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep... Massive hit. The ball is out. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Tight, 19 tight. Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Go.
Trying again, following the sack. He puts some power on it deep on left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 22 on 2nd down. This one taken in by Chase. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Has it in close. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's go.
Cook runs it in for the touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Here we go.
They're out and set. First and 10. Here's a toss headed right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go now.
From the 36. On a slant, complete to Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That excitement brings... He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Cap 60, Cap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
From the red zone now. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Ready?
They are throwing it again. He brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Come on. Hey.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
And they're trying something here. They fake the spike. Cut out left. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Let's go. Go.
They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Pass play coming here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
60.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Connects with Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Completes this one to Chase. Running in the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. They've got first down from the 31.
Get it.
Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
18, 5 here. Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile.
Cougar 19.
And they're gonna throw, no spike, trying to catch him off guard. He's got it deep downfield. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for our crew, my partner Brock Heward and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate Team. It was a great effort from our winners as we say so long from Dallas.